All right, everybody. Shalom. Salakia. Salakia. 1 second. All right. Shalom. 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 You muted.
Shalom.
Shalom. Hey, man. Salakia. I know that had this thing running for a minute, but through the Spirit, man, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High for another Think About It Thursday. Uh, not going to try not to be on here too long, man, because I know we getting on here a little late, but hey, there is no direct topic for tonight's lesson. I'm just gonna be going over this video that I watched on Facebook uh, the other day, and it just kind of had me going into understanding the situation. But first and foremost, like we said, all praises, glory, honor to the Most High. This I'm brother Yeshaya.
Brother Darnell.
Hey, look, the hopeful elect, hoping to be the elect, right, in that day when that time comes. But through the Spirit, man, that's the words of the brother Azrael, like he always like to say, man. The brother is on the plantation right now, but he will be with us tomorrow. So, hey, um, hope you all had a great day of, what I'm saying, labor. And if you didn't, hey, look, if you got to labor tomorrow, then I hope you have a better day than you did today. But you got
Con.
anything to say, brother?
Nah, man, it's good to be back on here, man. You know, with the fam.
Uh,
What what video we about to get into?
so, dang, Salaki, I meant to send this to you. But let me
Good.
share my screen. Um, so it's a little video I seen on Facebook. Um, it's a little video I seen on Facebook, but pretty much it's a body cam footage of an arrest of this man named Tim. So we just gonna be kind of going through it, just kind of looking at it, breaking it down as we go along. Some things that were said, some situations, some scriptures that come to mind. When I think about it, the whole situation overall. But Salakia too, man. We were supposed to be on here yesterday, but um, I had a lot going on. We was trying to get, saying a lot of stuff taken care of for the I say for the man yesterday. So Salakia. But definitely will make sure that we always on here and letting our people know in advance to those who are going to watch this. But nah, this is just a video of an arrest, body cam footage. The title of this says "Cop punches and chokes man fired in charge." So this happened in I want to say Summerville, South Carolina. I don't know the officer's name. I don't know the name of the guy either, the Jake, but they refer to him as Tim. So we just gonna get into the video, and I'm gonna bring out some scriptures as we go along through this thing. But so let me start this.
Get out of the car.
Can you hear?
Con, I can.
Okay.
No, I ain't getting out the car till y'all tell me what's going on.
We're about to tell you what's going on. Come on out.
No, bro. What's going on? Let me record this.
Okay.
Y'all got y'all. What y'all got y'all
Yeah,
camera
we're
on?
recording right now, so come on
What's
out.
going on?
We got the camera on.
Yeah, come on out.
Tell you, all right?
Come on out.
Oh no, don't grab me. Don't grab me.
One of the officers says, "We know what you picked up back there." However, Timmy had no idea about the package as it wasn't his residence and wasn't expecting a delivery. In fact, at this point in time, the package was still at the residence the cops left it at.
So what's happening right now is the brother's getting pulled over, I think, because the police had reasonable suspicion to pull this brother over for picking up a package that was left on someone's porch. However, according to the narrator, like you just said, the package was still left on the porch. So they're trying to get him out the car to question him, right? Now, we know that when it comes to being pulled over by uh, the police nowadays, we try to be as cautious as possible because, especially against our people, we don't know how that could turn. Cop could be having a bad day. You make one wrong move, and all of a sudden, you on a t-shirt. So just as much as they fear for their lives, we fear for our lives because they have so-called rights in place to protect themselves as officers. that kind of take away from our rights to protect ourselves as citizens, tax-paying citizens who help fund these departments of police.
Right.
So let's keep going.
The officer then asks Timmy to exit his vehicle, and then they'll tell him why they pulled him over. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court case of Pennsylvania v. Mims recognizes the cop's authority to demand the driver exit his vehicle if lawfully pulled over, but it would have been very simple for the officers to tell the driver why they pulled him over. But they
So to get into something real quick, he mentioned Pennsylvania v. Mims, right? I was looking this up the other day, right? So Pennsylvania v. Mims, right? This is what this is. Mims 434 U.S. 106, 1977. It says, is a United States Supreme Court criminal law decision holding that a police officer ordering a person out of a car following a traffic stop and conducting a pat-down to check for weapons did not violate the Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution, right? So what is the Fourth Amendment? Let's look this up real quick. And then we'll go back to Pennsylvania, the Fourth Amendment. So the Fourth Amendment to the United States Constitution, right? It says the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. So anytime somebody has a warrant, a search warrant, 9 times out of 10, the issuing deputy or the issuing sheriff would have to go get it signed off by the judge. And they have to tell the judge what is it that they're searching for and what is going to be seized during the search. They have to tell what they're searching and what they're searching for. So if they want to search a car, you know what I'm saying? That's why Pennsylvania v. Mims came out, because it's not like they're going to stop you at a traffic stop and say, you know what, I'm going to get a search warrant to go search your car real quick. Sit here until I go get the judge to sign this. It doesn't happen like that. That's why Pennsylvania v. Mims was deemed by the Supreme Court lawful for police officers to order persons out of their vehicles during traffic stops if they have reasonable suspicion or probable cause, right? So that's what the narrator was elaborating on when it comes to Pennsylvania v. Mims. This doesn't violate the Fourth Amendment, and the Fourth Amendment just gives us the right to be secure. But obviously, they have segued their way into that. But let's keep going on this video.
They didn't. Instead, Officer Robert Bernew decides to initiate violence to remove him.
So the officer's name is Robert Bernew.
Well, we're telling you, giving you a lawful order. If you don't get out, you're about to get ripped out of the car.
Well, go ahead.
So don't.
I got a back problem. Don't rip me out.
I'm not trying to do that. So come on out. Come on out. We'll explain it
We're
to
gonna
you.
tell you, dude. Come on, step out of the car.
Let me go.
No, I'm not letting you go.
Bro, let me
This is
go,
your last chance, man.
No.
'Cause
Get the fuck out.
Officer Bernew first grabs Timmy's arm, then pulls him by the neck, choking him. Officer Bernew now punches Timmy repeatedly in the face. During the struggle, his body cam falls to the ground.
Why you punch me in my face?
So now, as you hear, hey, look, he's getting kind of emotional, man. He's just like, hey, why are you punching me? Why are you acting like this towards me? Like, why are you being weird to me? All I'm asking you is, why are you stopping me? Why are you ordering me out of my vehicle? And now all of a sudden, next thing you know, I've got a gang of police officers dragging me out the car, and one of them, taking them cheek shots and hitting me a couple times.
In the face, though.
In the face at that. So now he's not dramatized, but traumatized, right? He's like, what's going on? Which is why you hear the brother breaking out in tears.
What's going on? What's going on? I just left my grandson's house. What's going on? Somebody punched me in my face. Hey, bro. Oh, Johnny, what's going on? What's going on? Don't put me in my face. That shit hurt, man. That shit hurt.
He was wrapping up, so gave the nose thing.
Afterward, Officer Berenu describes that Timmy was wrapping up on the steering wheel, so he, quote, did the nose thing. It is likely that he is referring to a pain compliance technique in which an officer will push their knuckle or a firm object onto the bridge of a victim's nose to cause suffering and force them to obey. It often does not leave marks or serious damage. However, that is not what Officer Berenu did. Officer Berenu punched Timmy repeatedly while choking him, causing a small cut under his eye. One of the officers mentions going back to the house to look for the package they planted.
At the house? Yeah, we need to go there now.
The officers say they need to go back to the house as fast as possible to make sure. Otherwise, they don't have anything, meaning they'd have no reason to pull Timmy out of his car, let alone pull him over.
So now they're trying to build a case against Timmy, right? What they're trying to do now is trying to find a reason to say what we just did is lawful. You know what I'm saying? What we just did is according to, you know, our rights as what's it called? Servants of the people, right? To protect and serve. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to make sure that they're covered their end, and in the process of them covering their end, it'll make a lie on Timmy, right?
And I want to point out how convenient it was that his camera fell off his chest.
Right.
That's how convenient that was.
Right. That's very convenient that his camera just so happens to fall off his chest as he's physically, you know what I'm saying, physically forcing Timmy out of his Chrysler 300.
And beating him in the face.
And beat him in the face.
So we can't even tell if he's doing the nose thing.
Right. He didn't. And, you know, I'm led to believe that he said he did the nose thing, but, you know, he was actually doing the wild thing, which is punching the man in the face.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, we have to make sure that we don't have anything.
The aggressing officer then mentions that the watch team lost sight of the package, which is what prompted the traffic stop. But Timmy was never in possession of the box in question, and the officers never saw him pick it up. They merely lost track of it.
They lost sight of the box, and this car left. We stopped it. He didn't want to get out. We had to extract them. It's not there. So
they planted this box, I think, as far as to say that they suspected someone to be stealing packages. They lost sight of the box. The team who's supposed to be watching this box lost sight of it, right? And all of a sudden, Timmy leaves. Now, all of a sudden, hey, this is our opportunity to find the first person, you know what I'm saying, who we suspect to have the box because we lost sight of it. So by them failing to do their jobs, whoever's on the watch team, right? By them failing to do their jobs, now it creates a whole backlash of everyone else acting out of order and unlawful when it comes to this stop.
So they lost the package,
right?
So either they planted it, or you said they did plan it, right?
Right. That's what the narrator said. They planted this.
They planted it for whoever was stealing the packages,
right?
And so the crazy part is either they went back and somebody picked it up that was on their personnel, or while they was harassing this man, the real perpetrator went and stole the box anyway.
Right. Now that's my initial thought to the video. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Yep. We got lookers.
Soon after, it is reported that the box was seen still sitting on the porch where the officers left it. At this point, they informed Timmy that he's going to be charged with resisting, even though they now have no probable cause to hold him, as their controlled delivery package is still right where they left it.
So now they're charging him with resisting because they couldn't charge him with theft. They couldn't charge him with stealing the package because the package is still sitting right on this porch right here where they left it. The package is still up here where they left it. But instead, they're going to charge him with resisting because he didn't comply with police officer orders of getting out of the vehicle, you know, which is now lawful due to Pennsylvania versus Mims that took place back in the 1970s.
Naz. It's on the porch still. Hey.
Likely was a hand on the package. He's been pacing around.
He's been pacing around? Okay, but it has to...
somebody's got to grab it and bring it in.
Yeah, ask Jamie if that's good enough for us to go in. And well, somebody has to grab it. Somebody has to take possession of it. Let me call...
Dude, he was getting all locked up. So
just deal with him. We'll probably just kid. I mean, and again, we have...
Well, we might...
Right. So just make sure he's okay when EMS is here. Okay.
To add insult to injury, the officers call for a canine to bypass Timmy's Fourth Amendment rights and secure the authority to search his vehicle.
So now what they're trying to do is now they're bringing in this K9 to, again, find another reason to bring Timothy up on charges when they have no evidence, no witness seen this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's seen this. And at the same time, they have no probable cause at all to do anything that they have done thus far. No probable cause, no eyewitnesses. They can't even confirm. And the men who were supposed to be watching that box actually were the ones who messed up on their part because they lost sight of the box. Now they're trying to blame somebody who had nothing to do with this, doesn't even know. Now they're trying to blame him.
See if they can find something illegal and make their battery on the man acceptable in the court's eyes.
We'll get a dog because right now he's going to say no. He didn't pick up the package. So let's get a dog, make sure there's probable cause we search the car. I already popped the trunk for safety, but
I'll get 87 en route.
Yeah.
Timmy now addresses his batterer to tell him how brave he is.
So far, man, we've seen a lot of things happen. I want to bring out some scripture real quick. I'm going to bring this out real quick. Because so far, we have seen every reason to see that all these officers involved in this traffic stop should be terminated and brought up on charges themselves. Unlawful search and seizure. And on top of that, you got to think that they violate our rights each and every day, right? But this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse number 65. It says, "And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind." So starting here, understanding that, like we've said at the beginning, anytime you get pulled over in a traffic stop, your heart starts racing. You know what I'm saying? You start having a failing of eyes and a sorrow of mind. Now you're thinking about things that, oh man, I'm pulled over, my heart's racing, my mind is in a million different places. I could either leave here or I could end up dead on the street. You know, I could be the next Black Lives Matter movement, you know what I'm saying, person. I could be the next face of BLM. I could be the next face of defund the police. I could be the next face of no justice, no peace. You know,
And
go ahead.
Okay.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I was just about to add, man. This is another curse, man. Emphatically labels the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, because this doesn't happen to any other demographic other than us, right? And people might argue, but we don't have the same plight, right? You know what I'm saying? And we went over what was a few videos back. It's mean we don't. Hey, we might go through the same things, but it's different severity, right? You might ask, called white man occasion, you know, do you get scared when the police pull you over? He'll be like, yeah, I get scared, right? And you ask him why are you getting scared? Because man, I don't want my insurance to go up. Man, I ain't trying to get, man, my parents will kill me if they find out I got pulled over, right? It's not the same plight, right? Like the brother was going into, when we get pulled over, things happen to us. What? The trembling of the heart, the failing of the eyes, and the sorrow of the mind. As soon as we see those lights, because 9-10, right? We feel this way because we know we haven't done anything wrong, right? A lot of us know we haven't been speeding, right? And convenient, how in the world all these taillights be going out? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, do the taillights don't go out for Esau? Because I don't be seeing it, bro. Only for the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. We do not have the same plight.
Khan, that's a mighty point. We're different, right? And it goes to show that, look, when it comes to understanding our people, we're under these curses, which is why this situation right here, Deuteronomy 28:65, is a great explanation of sorrow of mind. You know what I'm saying? Right. Verse number 66, "And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life." So now your life is hanging in the balance. You don't know if you're going to make it. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it says in verse 67, "In the morning thou shalt say, would God if it were even. And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning. for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. So every time you get pulled over by the police, this literally is going through a lot of our people's minds. You know what I'm saying? If not every person, because at the end of the day, you see a trend in this country when it comes to understanding what happens to our people during these traffic stops. Unlawful things that's happening even in this video. All the unlawfulness on their end that's happening in this video. They want me to get out my car to tell me why they're pulling me over, which they can just tell me why they're pulling me over, and I can deem whether it's necessary for me to get out my car. You might be fearful. You might be fearful for your life because the reason the Supreme Court, going back to Pennsylvania v. Mims real quick, off topic, going back to Pennsylvania v. Mims, the Supreme Court, the Pennsylvania State Court overruled that case, that lawsuit that was brought up by Mims, right? So they were basically saying, Mims' lawyer was basically saying what happened during that whole traffic stop was he got pulled over, I want to say, for speeding. They asked him, the Pennsylvania police officer asked him to step out the vehicle. And as he stepped out the vehicle, he noticed that there was a bulge in his jacket. He asked to search him. He found a firearm on him. There was a passenger with the dude driving. They found a firearm on him too. And they also brought up those charges against him in court. Well, the lawyer was arguing that this was an unlawful search and seizure and went against the Fourth Amendment, and they wanted to get those charges dropped. You know what I'm saying? And so pretty much the Pennsylvania State Court ruled in favor of what the lawyer was saying. Like, hey, look, he can only be brought up for that speeding ticket and not those gun charges of having carrying a possession firearm with no license, right? So fast forward, the Supreme Court overruled the Pennsylvania State Court decision, saying that, hey, look, it's necessary for police officers to ask people to get out their car for their safety. Because according to statistics, 30% of police shootings happen when there's a traffic stop and the driver of the car is sitting in the car and shoots the police officer out the window or something like that. Which is why a lot of times you see police officers, they touch your car to get their fingerprints on it to let you know that they've searched this vehicle or stopped this vehicle, and they're always gripping their gun. You know what I'm saying? Because 30% of police shootings happen when the person that they're stopping is still sitting in their vehicle. But going back to this is understanding that the reason that these things happen to our people is because these are curses that were put on our people, right? Now let's go back to the video real quick. Listen to what he's finna say.
You brave cat. With all this shit on, you real brave to be punching on and choking people and shit, man. You wrong. I'm gonna tell you something. And mark my word. If you don't stop, God gonna get you, bruh.
Right. So he said, look, if you don't stop, God gonna get you, bruh. Right. I want to bring out this the book of, I want to say Numbers 14. Oops. Numbers 14. I want to say 9. Let me see. Is this it? Let me see. I think this is what I want. Hold on. I don't think this is what I was looking for.
What you looking for?
I was looking for the Lord will not pardon the iniquity. I want to say that's Numbers. Am I in the right book? Oh, Con, right here, Numbers 14 and 18. It said right here, the Lord is long suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. Right now, understanding this, the Most High, he will repay vengeance to the ungodly. Right. So the reason I want to focus on and by no means clearing the guilty is because, hey, look, the Most High told us in, let me go to this book's First Chronicles 16 and 22. First Chronicles 16.
I was just about to ask to bring that precept out.
Really? Con, through the Spirit. It's saying, look, saying, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. You can go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna bring this out, man, because we see over and over again, man, when God's people get touched, especially when they're innocent, man, right? We know that judgment has to come around like a ring, man. It says, touch not mine anointed. This man that they pulled out the car and started punching in the face for no reason was what? A man of God, right? This is who he anointed, right? Jacob, right? The chosen, Deuteronomy 7:6, part of that chosen nation, right? It says, do my prophets no harm. This man is clearly a prophet, because what did he just say? He said, hey, look, man, God gonna get you, right? He's speaking beforehand, and hey, the things that he's saying are going to come to pass, right? It says, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm, right? And I also wanted to bring out one more precept to go along with the precept that you just brought out before, where it says he won't clear the unjust.
Numbers 14 and 18. What
Yeah.
precept you wanted?
I wanted to bring out Zechariah 11:5, just because this is one of the reasons why the Most High has to come pay vengeance, because and declare justice, because we know they won't. You know what I'm saying? We know that we're in a land of captivity, our hands are tied, and we know they're not gonna do what's right. You know what I'm saying? We're in their land, right?
Right. Zechariah 11:5, it says, who possess or slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not.
That's the land that we live in today, where you know what I'm saying, we can get, it says whose possessors slay them. Who are their possessors? The people that are oppressing them, right? And what does slay mean? It means to kill. So you looking at your oppressor that's killing you, and then holds themselves not guilty. That's why we see us getting shot down in the streets, right? And no justice is coming of it, right? And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not, right? Now we see this happening where we getting shot down the street with no justice, right? But they're the same people that, call upon the Lord and say, man, I wouldn't be here without God. I wouldn't be able to be a judge without God, to put these so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans behind bars for no reason, right? They make you swear on that Bible and everything, right? You know what I'm saying? This is truly taking the Lord's name in vain, right? And for what? For killing us and not holding themselves guilty. But like he said in Numbers, right, there's going to be a time where the wicked will be punished, right? They're not going to be clear for their crimes.
Hey, look, and that's going back to say to this video once again, they always make leeway. We'll get into this precept. I'm gonna bring this precept out real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring this precept out real quick, because you see throughout the duration of this video, they couldn't find anything. So what they're trying to do now is literally they're searching for low-hanging fruit to be able to bring a case upon this man, right? And this is Psalms 83 all over again, right? Starting at verse number 1, right? Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head, right? Verse number 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thine hidden ones. Salakia. It says, verse number 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, right? It says, verse number 5, for they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee, right? And then it's listing the nations, right? You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it like this. This whole process of this arrest right here, this unlawful arrest, this unlawful detainment of Timmy by the police officer whose name was mentioned at the beginning of the video, this unlawful arrest and this unlawful detainment, this unlawful search and seizure that they're performing, right? All they've been doing this whole time is taking crafty counsel, right? They've been consulting together with one consent, like, well, he actually didn't take the box, so shoot, we can just get the dog. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, get the dog. We might find something in the car. You know what I'm saying? We might find something. They're literally looking for any reason to make what they're doing lawful in some shape, form, or fashion, because it shouldn't have even got to this point.
It's really
But
madness too, bro. Because it's like they bringing out the dog, like, oh, we're sure to find something. He's a black guy in a Chrysler. He
Right.
got something in there. He's a black guy in a Chrysler. Bring the dog out.
Right. He's a black guy minding his own business, and because they suspected somebody from stealing, now they think it's this brother right here. They planted a box. He had nothing to do with the box. The box is still on the porch where they planted it. It was actually their watcher's fault. These people, the biggest gang in the nation, right? Police. It was their watchman's fault why this situation is happening in the first place. But at the same time, dealing with these curses, sometimes they're unavoidable, no matter who you are. All these curses can come upon thee, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, right? So let's keep going.
I'm for real now. If you don't slow down and do right, God gonna get you, man. I'm for real, bro. I don't care how much hatred you have against me. When you hate me, you hate God too, bro. I'm telling you now. We might be different, but deep down inside, we the same motherfucking color, baby.
Now stop right there. See, now this is where we get to an understanding. Okay, people have to understand. Like, there's this other video on Facebook that I had in my save folder. And it was this video of going back. I'm not sure if it was Ruby Bridges. I don't know the name of the video. But a lot of our people have the Stockholm syndrome. You know what I'm saying? And what this brother is saying right here is like, hey, look, you may be white and I may be black, but deep down inside, we're actually the same people. You know what I'm saying? Which is a lie, right? Let me pull up two precepts. Let me go to the book of Deuteronomy. The brother mentioned it earlier, Deuteronomy 7 and verse number 6. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Right? Deuteronomy 7 and 6, it says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right? So the Most High separated us. He said that we should be above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Not equal to, not the same as, not less than. You know what I'm saying? We're greater than every nation that's on the face of the earth, right? He tells us that over and over, that he hallowed Israel. Israel is the Most High's portion. So when the brother is now saying that, hey, look, even though we deep down inside, whatever hate you got against me, we're the same color at the end of the day, that's not the truth. Y'all are not the same color on the inside. Because the inside has no color. Go ahead.
And deep down inside, man, deep down inside, it's the only thing that makes sense when you sit back and think about it, bro. Because there's no rhyme or reason to why the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are treated as such in today's society, other than this Bible, right? We don't see, you never see any type of equality even throughout history, right? Why? Because there is no equality. We'll never be everybody on this earth will never be equal. It was never meant for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? Even when you go down to just simple biology, right? If everybody was equal, how come some people are taller than others, right? Leaving some people with a reach advantage, right? Any type of advantage is inequality, right? Even on the smaller levels. So definitely when you look at nations, right? I don't care how much people want to press the envelope that we're all equal. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Just to see how you're treated and somebody else is treated for no reason, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's not equality in itself. And the moment we understand and we come to grips with the fact that we're not all equal, the moment people can start, you know what I'm saying, doing what's best for them and doing what's best for their people, you know, and that way, hey, we all won't be living amongst each other all happy and all happy and you know what I'm saying, and kisses and rainbows, but at least everybody will be with their people and be in peace. You know what I'm saying? And we know that time's coming where, you know, the Israelites will be back on top and ruling in righteousness, and the whole earth will rejoice. But as of right now, man, it'd be the best thing that can happen for the whole world is everybody just go and, you know, be around amongst their own people, man. it would solve so many problems, right? I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it would solve so many problems, man. We wouldn't be afraid of, you know, the police, this, that, and third. We would take care of our own. We wouldn't be, you know, we wouldn't be afraid about infiltrations and stuff like that. And you know, and
Right.
once people get that, it'll be a better mindset to have.
Right. That just goes back, remind me of the topic of salvation. In a sense, even in this video, you can clearly tell the person who really needs saving the most, right? They like to say, "Oh, well, everybody does." Well, how can you tell me that when literally Deuteronomy 28:65 is playing, and you have it being brought out to prophecy and coming to pass throughout all of history and in this video too, right? So I want to bring out a precept because, like the brother was saying, we were not the same, right? It says, and after these, Adam, this is second Ezra 6:54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Right? So we all come from Adam, correct? We are all descendants of Adam. But there is people who are chosen and there's people who are not, right? We know we know who were the chosen people according to Deuteronomy 7:6, Exodus 19:5 and 6, Leviticus 20:13. We know who those chosen people are, right? Verse number not Leviticus 20:13. I want to say that's Leviticus 20:6 or 20:3. But verse number uh verse number 56, right? It says right here, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, right? So he originally likened the abundance of them to a drop that falleth from a vessel in the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, and verse number 15, right? So the Most High already had a separation factor, you know, like the brother was saying, never was it meant for all of us to be equal. Never was it meant for all of us to be one people, because you can go back to Genesis 11, you know what I'm saying, and see how equality didn't work the first time. And the fact that the world is pushing so much equality now and the world is the way it is shows you that a lot of things are different. I think the brothers from Sons of Thunder did a True Tuesday video on the world is upside down. It's a great video. I recommend y'all go watch that as well to get an understanding of, look, the world is the way it is because equality. We thinking that we're equal to these people and not thinking that we're better than these people. They want to tell you it's a bad mindset to have, thinking that one person, one nation of people is chosen over another when the Bible clearly says it.
Right. And that's a mighty point, man, because you know, we're so far underneath that our people are striving to be equal, but deep down inside, I'm led to believe every single Edomite, right? You know, that's out here in the world, you know, I'm led to believe that they truly believe that they're better than everybody else on the planet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Without a shadow of a doubt, to the point where they're starting to show pity on folks, you know, that just weren't fortunate enough to come out with blonde hair and blue eyes. Right. That's why they do all these mission trips to Africa and Haiti and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's out of pity. And it's really, you know, once you really look at it, it's like, man, we should be showing pity to you guys because you guys, you know, on the verge of going extinct. You know what I'm saying? And it's just madness how you said the world is upside down, man. It's upside down. It's crazy.
Right. Look, man, and that's going to show that we literally have a serious hate for our own people to make our people want to be integrated with another people that raped us, robbed us, murdered us, oppress us. They feed our destruction. They will love to fund our destruction, which is why you had Planned Parenthood versus Kennedy back in 1992. And Planned Parenthood was pushed a lot on our people. You got women taking abortions, Plan Bs. They fund everything that we need to destroy ourselves. You got liquor stores in every poverty-stricken community. You got churches on every corner in every poverty-stricken community. Go look up the demographics of who are these people that are staying in these poverty-stricken communities the most. That's our people. They're trying to do what they can to deceive us, right? That's what the devil is doing. Devil means deceiver. Literally, the devil is in the earth going to and fro, working through these people, deceiving our people, making us think that we should be praying down to a white Jesus, making us think that we should be sitting up here saying, hey, white people are our best friends and we should hold hands with them because all we need is hugs to fix the situation that we have going on. Going back to the shootings in Uvalde, Texas, and Buffalo, New York. The dang Jake at the Buffalo, New York shooting said, hey, look, we just need hugs. This is all we need right now is hugs. Hugs is not going to fix that. Hugs is not going to fix this. Hugs is not going to fix this situation. You think if the man that just assaulted him was to give him a hug? Well, I don't know. This is Jake now we talking about. So Jake probably would have been like, you know what? I accept the hug. You know, you didn't mean it. But the Most High is not, you're not going to sit up here and when the Most High come down, all the other nations that had to do something with our destruction, they're going to be like, can we just give you a hug and work this out? It's not going to work like that. But let's keep going.
For real, I don't care what's going on or what you think of conspiracy, my nigga. On the real, you had no business choking and pulling on me like that. I would have complied only if you'd have let me know what the was going on. I come out my yard, everybody swarming me and punching me and throwing me on the ground. That's ruthless, that's thuggish. So y'all call us motherfuckers.
He said, look, that's ruthless, that's thuggish, but y'all call us thugs. These people literally have laws that work against us. They have literally rights in place that protects them more than it protects us. And they're supposed to be protecting and serving us. They literally have laws that say, look, I can pull you out your vehicle without receiving retribution for it because guess what? We have to protect and serve y'all, but the best way for us to do that is to protect and serve us.
Right. That one scene, I believe it was in Yellowstone, where the Native American guy was saying, it was a Native American girl, and she was saying, you gotta learn how to play by their rules, right? Because what they do is illegal technically, but you know what I'm saying, they make laws to prevent themselves from breaking the law. She says,
right.
they steal, they take. Right. And then they make a law and say that you can't get what's yours back. Right. But it's still stealing at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They make laws around these things so they can do what they want to do and oppress us more and more.
Right. You know? Eminent domain, man. That was a lot that was going on in Yellowstone, too. These people, they make laws for them to abide outside of the law to be able to use it against the people they're supposed to be upholding the law for, you know. And it's crazy because when you think about it, like we said, these are a part of curses that was prophesied and put on our people.
You ain't no business choking me, bro. That brought back a lot of flashbacks, bro. You going down for that one, for real. On everything, you going down. If you take my life, you going down. For choking me, you going down. I'm not threatening you, but God's gonna get you, bro. For real.
He said, I'm not threatening you, but he's promising you that you're going to go down for that.
You ain't had to put your hand on my neck.
Nearly 25 minutes into the stop, a canine arrives and a free air sniff is conducted on Timmy's vehicle. Despite some reports claiming that some canines have an 80% chance of hitting on a vehicle incorrectly, the dog finds nothing. About 5 minutes later, they finally call for an ambulance, though Timmy requested one after he was extracted.
The whole thing. No?
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
What are all these shrugs for, bro? Like, why is what y'all shrugging for, bro? Like, that's so disgusting, bro. That's so disgusting, man.
Hey, dogs. They got like heck of cops out there, you know, just for one person in a Chrysler minding his business over a little box that he didn't even touch.
It's so crazy, man, because the way they shrugging and the way they conspiring together, bro. You know, where they committing crafty counsel. I say it's disgusting, man, because like in their mind, it's like, man, we tried everything we could, and there's no way we can take this brother to jail. There's no way we can take someone's son to jail. There's no way we can take somebody's father to jail. There's no way we can take somebody's husband to jail, right? There's no way we can take somebody's friend to jail for no reason, right? Like, dang, we can't put him in jail for nothing, and he's innocent, and y'all know he's innocent, bro. It's just so disgusting, man.
At this, Salakia, and that's just saying, at this point, you're just now, what you're trying to do is build rapport to throw this person in jail for no reason, because you feel like they have to have done something. We can't have done all this and nothing happened. They have to have done something, right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, and verse number 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So that's what they're doing literally here. They're trying to privately put these snares out for this brother to fall in, right? They've been taking that crafty counsel. They've been taking that counsel and being under one consent this whole video, doing their best to bring this man up on charges that we see that, hey, look, this shouldn't even be a case right here, right?
Man, it's so terrible, man.
Right? And let me recently read this verse 6. It says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, right? But this is what the brother's saying, but God shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded, right?
Man, it's so crazy because it's like, it's clear, even without the body cam, you can hear, it's clear that this officer just has a temper problem. You have a temper problem and you don't have any type of patience, right? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't enough for you to drag the man out of his car. You got to start punching in this man in his face more than once, more than twice. Why are you punching this man in his face? He's clearly not fighting, and you're dragging him out of his car. By the time he's out of his car already, you don't need to be punching this man. You got anger problems, and now your buddy's trying to cover up for you. That's all they're trying to do, trying to cover up for your anger problems that you know you have already. You probably already know.
Right. Hey, look, and that's crazy because a lot of these people, these personnel who are in military, who are on the police force, who serve in this judicial, I think the police are part of the legislative branch. I'm not exactly familiar with branch that the police fall under, right? But all I'm saying is that a lot of these people who work in these fields, man, they really have a lot of people with underlying mental health issues and anger issues, right? There was a video on Instagram one day of literally these two Eve sisters going to a grocery store, and I think that they pulled into a parking spot where a Edomite and his wife was trying to pull in that parking spot, and the man is literally going crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's literally smacking himself on the head. He's in a full army uniform, smacking himself on the head, looking crazy, going crazy all over that parking spot situation, right? And don't get me wrong, Eve, hey, she gonna do anything she can to escalate the situation. But hey, just like he was doing that, man, they also was fearing for the girl that was with him, the girl and the baby that was with him. They was like, man, this man is a lunatic. So like the brother's saying, a lot of these people, man, they really be off. They're missing some screws in the head. And this brother, really, he's so angry. They are all angry right now because they have nothing to pull up against. He's going to say, well, I just brought the dog. They called me for the dog, but I didn't know.
And he disappointed too, man. That's why this man done shrugged his shoulder like 5 times. We walked around the car like 5 times, man, and my dog couldn't pick up nothing.
Right.
Not even a false alarm.
Right. It's important for you brothers and sisters, man, as well, we need to know the law of the Most High God, but make sure you study up on the laws and liberties that you're granted when it comes to being pulled over or having any encounters with the police, right? Some situations can't be avoided, but some situations can. If you know your rights, which is why it's important that if you know your rights that you have, at least to the slightest degree, some situations, police will get in their place soon and correct. There was another video I was seeing on Facebook where it was a movie. I think it's called The Good Wife. It's a TV series, but long story short, man, the dude got pulled over for a traffic stop because they said his tail light was out. And the police said, "Hey, would you mind going to the station with us?" They wanted to no, they said he was swerving. He was like, didn't know I was swerving. The police was asking, was he drunk? Does he mind taking a breathalyzer test? The dude was like, nah. So pretty much, long story short, they asked him, would he mind going down to the police station, or has he had any alcohol first? They asked him, has he had any alcohol? He said, no, I ain't had no alcohol, but I had a cold. I was taking this, that, and the third, has a little alcohol in it. So they asked, would he mind going down to the police station? I'm saying all that to say, listen to this. So he went down to the police station. All he was supposed to do was get a breathalyzer. They end up swabbing his mouth. They didn't tell him why, but they asked him would he consent to being swabbed. He said sure. He didn't know what the heck was going on. But the reason that they did this is when his lawyer showed up, his lawyer said, wait, why is he getting swabbed if all he came in here for was a breathalyzer test? Turns out they was trying to link him to a murder that he didn't even commit. And all of a sudden, he's getting put in jail and brought up on charges for something that he didn't do. And he knows who probably did it, but he doesn't want to tell on the person who probably did it. It was one of his relatives, and they linked his DNA back to the crime scene, right? But I'm saying all that to say, sometimes if you know at least the little freedom or the little liberties, the little understanding of your rights that you have, you will be in situations adjacent or contrary to this.
And it's so crazy too, though, because it's like the situation that you just named. There's plenty of times where the brother could have said no, like when they asked him if he wants to take a breathalyzer, if he would take a breathalyzer test, he could have said no. And when they asked him, do you want to go down to the station, he could have said no. You know what I'm saying? All of these, when they asked him, can we swab your mouth, he could have said no, right? But us, man, being the innocent, and Jake likes to be honest from time to time, especially when we're dealing with Edomites, right? Trying to be honest and trying to be innocent can end up bad for us, because why? These people are conducting crafty counsel behind our backs in every situation, especially when it deals with the law almost, right? You get pulled over, crafty counsel is going on, right? They're on the radio, right? They're walking off and they're talking in the distance. You don't know what they're saying, right? And they come back and they ask you these questions that can lead to anywhere, right? That you have no clue of, right? It might seem like a random question to you, and you're like, well, okay, sure. You know what I'm saying? What's that got to do with anything? But everything they do, everything they say has a logic behind it, and it's not for your benefit, it's for their benefit. You got to know that. Like the brother's saying, you got to know, you know what I'm saying, your rights, because if not, you get jammed up. But on the contrary, it makes it bad because, we get in these situations and we think we know our rights. We start to say no, and then we might end up like this brother, because this brother said no, right? He knew his rights. He said no. They still pulled him out his car. And that's why our people are so afraid when it comes to, dealing with the law enforcement, right? Because we can't say yes. We can't say no. We get jammed up either way. You know what I'm saying?
Either way it goes, man, you in a situation to whereas if I say yes and comply, I can still get X, Y, and Z. If I say no and don't comply, I can still get X, Y, and Z. So we're in a lose-lose situation, right? Which is why, that's going back to Deuteronomy 28:65, right? These things are going to be like to whereas, like, look, your life is going to hang in a balance. You're going to have a sorrowful mind. You ain't going to know what to do. You're going to be sitting there looking confused. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be sitting there thinking about, should I bite the bullet or should I not? If I don't bite the bullet, I'm still going to get shot. If I bite the bullet, I'm going to still get shot. Either way it goes, I'm getting shot. You know what I'm saying?
That's why a lot of times you see them pull over Jake, man, and Jake just sitting there with his hands on the steering wheel and his mouth is shut. Like, I ain't saying nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
Right? Hey, look, study that Fifth Amendment, right? Don't incriminate yourself either. You know what I'm saying? That goes to the Jake and Eves who may be watching this. And maybe you probably did something. You know what I'm saying? But don't incriminate yourself. It's best to say little. You know what I'm saying? Hey, less is more.
I got a video too, man. It was an Instagram video that that I was gonna pull up after this video too, man. It kind of goes along with it. It's the same. It's pretty much the same plot.
Con, let me breeze through this real quick.
Oh no,
And a good civil rights lawyer and let him leave. Instead, they call their other team and find out the controlled delivery package was reclaimed by the police, terminating their operation.
Hey, were y'all able to secure the box?
So the package that they planted was taken up by them.
Hey, they secured the box.
Huh?
They secured it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna search this and anything else we find here.
Despite the complete lack of reasonable articulable suspicion, probable cause, a negative hit from a canine, and Timmy's denial to allow them to search, they search his vehicle anyway, which allegedly produced an empty bag that smelled like marijuana. I was unable to find any information on whether Timmy was actually charged. However, Officer Bernu was terminated by the Somerville Police Department a little over a week after this incident, after a complaint was filed and the footage was reviewed. The Somerville Police Department then asked the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division to investigate the incident.
Man, I'm led to believe that bag wasn't even his, bro. Just the way it was, he got car seats and everything in there, bro. I'm not led to believe that this brother smokes weed, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He might, bro. But everything, the dog walked around the car like 5 times and ain't find or smell nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like this empty bag just happened to be in there. Come on now.
And it smells like weed. And that's why I say, man, even if the brother is smoking marijuana, that is nothing to incriminate him to say that, oh, hey, we found an empty bag with no weed in it, but it smelled like it could have had weed in it. You know,
Right.
At this point, like we said, they're searching for low-hanging fruit to be right.
Man,
and that's the problem.
It's funny because it's like, bro, if you find an empty bag, there's nothing you can do. Like,
Right.
it can smell like whatever. There's nothing you can do. So why even mention it? Why even mention it if you trying to say, well, he wasn't 100% clean because we found an empty bag that I think smells like weed, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you guys are really scratching, right? You really chomping at the bit, right? You really digging a hole, really trying to get this brother caught up, bro, but you can't. So you find an empty bag, and you have usually if you find an empty bag, bro, you look at throw it away, throw it behind your shoulder or something like that. Because if it's empty, you can't use nothing for it. The only thing you're using it for is commentary in your notes, bro. And it's like, bro, what? That's showing your true intentions right there to me, blatantly.
Right. Your true intentions. Right. But long story short, man, hey, look, that was the video as far as just showing you how they really take crafty counsel against us in the sense that they are trying their best to do what they can to make sure that we're cut off from being a nation. Like we said, they do everything to fund our destruction. The music that we have, they fund that. They promote that. Churches. Now, I'm not talking about churches chicken, but even that in a sense too. But I'm talking about these houses of worship, right? These liquor stores. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all these things, man, they use that to take crafty counsel against us. They want us to not be a nation of people. That's why we so confused about what to do in these situations. That's why we so confused about who we are. That's why we're so confused about that we're better than everybody that's on the face of the earth, you know? But you can let me know where I need to go to pull up this video.
I'll share my screen because I gotta pull it up.
Okay.
But there it go. This was on the brother Eshawn Burgundy's page.
Oh, Khan. Yeah, I remember that one. Khan,
man. It's a brother. Much like the video we just seen, the police dragged him out of his car. He was with his lady though, and and they said he fit the description of some guy that committed some crime, right? And so we're gonna watch this real quick. Trying to move this out the way. There it go. What the heck? Hold up. Man.
Maybe if you play it, it'll fit the screen.
Wait right now.
They pulled him out of the car and put
You can hear it?
Yeah, Con.
handcuffs on him because they said he fits the description of a homicide suspect. The picture looks nothing like him. Yeah, I want to take a picture of the picture.
Take a picture of my screen.
Why
I'm
not?
telling you that right now.
Unless you think all black people look alike, you guys know that is not him in that picture. Good. That is it is a big of a deal because if you were sitting in your car minding your own business and cops just came and dragged you out of your car, put you in handcuffs, and said,
I'm sorry, bro. How are you going? You're the police, right? It's not a big deal to you, right? Because you know what I'm saying? You're in control of the whole situation. You talking about it's not a big deal that somebody is saying that I look like a criminal and I'm not. And the picture doesn't even look like me, and y'all drag me out of my car and have me in handcuffs. You have me in handcuffs, and you tell me it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal because you're not in handcuffs.
Right.
But I guarantee you, if we put you in some handcuffs, it'll be a problem.
Right. Hey, in a physical sense, you telling me it's not a big deal, but you in a physical sense got the power to send me away forever for a crime I didn't commit. And favor is on your side because you work with the law. You know what I'm saying? Right. You can't tell me it's not a big deal. Like the brother's saying, you're not in handcuffs and you're not a black man being profiled by police who are supposed to be protecting and serving you, that you look like another black man that committed a crime. Come on now.
Right. And if it's not a big deal, I guarantee you, if I were to try to get out these handcuffs or anything, bro, it would definitely turn into a big deal then.
Right.
So who deems it if it's a big deal or not? You know what I'm saying? Right. It's madness.
And if you fit the description, you would be very upset too. You didn't drag him out the car. So this is not him out of his own vehicle in handcuffs because he fits the description. Why did you take him out of the car? He fits the description of a homicide. He fits the description of a homicide detective. The friend is.
Not only that, the crime is homicide? Come on, bro. That's really disrespectful to tell me that I look like a murderer, bro. And I probably don't even look like the guy that's on the screen, bro. Probably because I got locks. That's probably it. The brother got locks, and the guy that murdered somebody got locks, bro. I'm led to believe that the locks ain't even the same. He probably got, you know what I'm saying, neat locks. I bet you the other person got freeform locks. You know what I'm saying? This is just madness. A homicide at that. You tell me it's not a big deal. Y'all, that's crazy, bro.
Snitched on the guy. Can't he come and tell you, hey, this is not my friend?
We've already established he's not the guy for that.
Oh, so then why are we still here?
The man is on a computer talking about something we already established that he's not the guy. He's not the suspect. He says it as if they found out they've known this for some time. So why is he still in handcuffs for the same situation that happened with the last video? Because now we don't put this man in some handcuffs. We got to find something on him. Now we looking him up in the system, and they're gonna get to that. You have something to say? Sorry.
All right, I want to bring out this precept. This is Psalms chapter 54 and verse number 3. And
you want to get it real quick?
I mean, you didn't. Well, you can just for viewers' sake, those who will watch this, right? Psalms 54 and 3. It says, "For strangers are risen up against me, and oppressors seek after my soul. They have not set God before them." Salah. Yeah. So these oppressors right now, they are seeking. Hey, they're seeking after this man's soul. They're like, look, we're gonna, even though we've already established that you don't fit the description, now we just want your information to see that if there's anything that we should be aware about before we let you go, because we messed up and we don't want to, you know what I'm saying, leave here without at least finding out.
Of the car.
My bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you good. You good. Go ahead.
No, I need to do that. I think when I went back to the thing, it automatically started playing. But no, that's a mighty point, man. Because it's like, now that we got you in hand, or we got a nigga in handcuffs, why would we let him go? This is our chance. We can bring another nigga to jail. Let's see if he can, you know what I'm saying? If he actually, you know, fix something that we can take him in while we already got him in handcuffs. He's right here, already in handcuffs. The hard part's over with. You know what I'm saying? And so it's madness, man.
And put handcuffs on him because they said he fits the description of.
And it started over. I can't really fast forward. It doesn't let me. So
A homicide suspect. The picture looks nothing like him. Yeah, I want to take a picture of the picture.
Take a picture of my screen.
Why not?
I'm telling you that right now.
Unless you think all black people look alike, you guys know that is not him in that picture. Good. That is it is a big of a deal, because if you were sitting in your car minding your own business and cops just came and dragged you out of your car, put you in handcuffs, and said that you fit the description, you would be very upset too. You didn't drag him out the car. So this is not him out of his own vehicle in handcuffs because he fits the description. Why did you take him out of the car? He fits the description of a homicide detective. The friend that snitched on the guy. Can't he come and tell you, hey, this is not my friend?
We've already established he's not the guy for that.
Oh, so then why are we still here? And if y'all already determined that he's not the suspect you're looking for, why is he still in handcuffs? So now you're investigating something else? Are y'all serious?
My thing is this: if you're really paying attention, all three of the officers are not on one accord at all. And the guy that just said that he's probably investigating something else, he's clearly has no brain. He clearly has no brain, because why in the world would you say that? It makes no sense. Your best bet is just to shut up and just let the guy in the laptop speak. Because beforehand, the girl was trying to say, because she asked the question, and then the at the same time, that's when the lady police officer and the man with the laptop started to speak at the same time, and both of them are saying different things. One saying we're still investigating, the other one saying we already established he's not the suspect. So these officers aren't even on one accord. You know what I'm saying? It's madness.
It's funny.
No, it's not.
And I'm not gonna lie. I know me myself. If I was in this situation, I would be laughing just like this brother. I know myself. If I just heard everything that just went down, bro, and I'm assessing the situation, I know I would be laughing right now, just like this brother. I know for a fact I would. I know myself. It's crazy. Go ahead.
No, you good.
Oh no, I just know myself, man. I know I would be laughing right now, bro, uncontrollably, and be like, wow, this is crazy. This is really crazy.
I do got something to say. You know, hey, look, that's true too. In this situation, I'll probably be sitting up here laughing, bro, because I'm like, sometimes, bro, you got to understand that in situations where we laugh, bro, that doesn't mean we find it funny. We find it baffling in a sense. I'm not saying funny as in we take it as a joke. We find it funny as in this makes no damn Salakia. This makes no sense at all. You know
it
what
makes
I'm saying?
no sense. Like I would be laughing, like I'm confounded. Like I'm confounded. Like you can't make this up.
Like you can't make this up at all. Hey, this is a precept to that too, because he's saying it's funny, and she the Eve sister, she's saying it's not funny, because this is a precept right here. It's Deuteronomy 28:34, right? And it says, so shalt thou, Salakia, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. So this is right after the Most High saying that we're going to be given over to another people, our oxen be slain, this, that, and the third, but we're going to be mad for the things we're going to see, right? Well, this is literally making her mad, because she's literally witnessing whoever he is to her, being profiled for no reason at all. Then you find out, oh, well, we already came to a conclusion that he's not the guy. Now you're searching for something else have a reason to put the guy who's not the guy in handcuffs and take him to jail.
Man,
madness.
I would be busting out laughing just because I know my record and I know my background. So I'm like, I would be busting out laughing like, bro, I know y'all ain't looking at nothing. The worst you looking at is maybe a speeding ticket from like 2019, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would be busting out laughing, bro. For real.
Not funny, it's scary, bro, because y'all just determined that he's not the person you're looking for, and now you're investigating something else. That's it. Bye, let's go.
Man, and that's mighty, man. And the caption on that, I believe it, paraphrasing, saying like, praise y'all for our queens. Praise God, praise the Most High for our queens, man. And that is mighty, man. I will have to say a lot of and we got to give credit when credit's due. We give a lot of flack to our so-called Black Hispanics and Native American women. But in a lot of these situations, man, Eve really be stepping up. You know what I'm saying? She's really that voice, and she's really, the active scribe of the scene, man. And she's those are the times where you should be turning up, Eve, right? There's some times where you shouldn't, but hey, that time right there, it says, paraphrasing, I believe in Sirach, it says a wife is a strong defense. You know what I'm saying? She's a strong tower, right? You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing, right? Roughly paraphrasing, it says something like, should be there whenever her husband's life is in danger or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And we got to give credit where credit's due. I wish more people were, I mean, again, during George Floyd, you did have people talking in the background, this, that, and third, but it's just good to see that you have somebody that's backing you like that, right? To the point where, I'm sure the brother was confounded and speechless and feeling like, saying what's going on right now. It was good for his partner to verbalize those things that he was probably thinking, or the things that he probably wouldn't have thought about until after he got home. You know what I'm saying? And for her to do that, man, is mighty, right? And she wasn't doing too much. She was doing just the right amount, because the situation was crazy. It was messed up. And she was calling a spade, right? You got a precept or something?
Nah, but that's just to show that, hey, when it comes to understanding that, hey, look, yeah, we do give a lot of backlash to our women, but at the same time, man, our women in certain situations, boy, hey, they are upright in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And right, and women are like our greatest defense at times, which is why, like, we got to understand that a lot of times, hey, look, as well as there are people who will ride for us, we know that there's our people who will not ride for us. But if you got a woman like that, man, that's a woman you would never let go right there, because that's somebody, when situation is his hardest, hey, look, she's going to be there through thick and thin. A lot of brothers have a lot of women like that. You know what I'm saying? My wife is like that. She's like a defense person. She likes to play defense anytime that she feels like somebody is attacking her or somebody she loves. But in situations of trouble, I know that if I was in a situation like that, my wife would be the first person to speak out against the unruly, you know what I'm saying, actions of any political power who's, you know what I'm saying, ordering me to do something outside of my will.
Come, man. And a woman like that, man, that's precious. That's a it says who can find one. You know what I'm saying? Those women should be cherished, man. God forbid this man, reverts back to the curses and goes to Deuteronomy 28:54, where we see him leaving her or doing her dirty, man, because you're not gonna find too many women to stand up that fervently for you. You know what I'm saying? And hey, look, he would have this video hanging over his head for a long time if he ever did that woman dirty, because she was really willing. Technically she was risking her life for that man. You know what I'm saying? That was mighty, man. She really, stood up to the test. So my hats off to that sister for sure.
Hey, that's understanding, man, that look, when you dealing with these curses, man, it ain't nothing more than to have a woman who can ride for you like that in your corner. Because at the same time, hey, look, even in certain situations, we know that as men, we have to be that for our women too. When our women face persecution from anybody, you know what I'm saying? We have to be like that for our women as well. But both videos are just going to show how literally, look, man, these people conspire against us. They willing to do anything they can to make sure they're good on their end. Because at the end of the day, they don't want to make themselves look like Jack behinds, right? So to make themselves not look like Jack behinds, after they find out you're not the guy, they want to find something else to see if they can find some low-hanging fruit to see if they can get you convicted on something, so that way they don't look retarded.
But then they end up looking retarded when they don't find nothing and they don't put the wrong man in handcuffs. Now y'all look like idiots, right? Three of y'all looking like dummies. You know what I'm saying? And y'all, the thing that makes y'all look dumb is the fact that I know you guys probably be talking about loudmouth Eve, but this time loudmouth Eve was right. And she was calling y'all out. And it's on videotape. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man.
Right. Hey, look, and I just want to say something, right? Look, I'm going to end this off on a precept real quick. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm going to read this Revelation 13.
You trying to put it on the screen?
Now I can share my screen real quick. Let me. Revelation 13:10. Listen, let me start at verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right? So this is the patience and the faith of the saints. The saints are patiently waiting for the day that the Most High turns our captivity, right? Now we're the ones in rulership. We're the ones in charge. We're the ones who lead it. No longer us being the bottom. Now we're the head and not the tail. Now we're above and not beneath. The saints are patiently waiting for that day to come. Stuff like what we just seen in these two videos that we watched tonight will stop happening. You know, hey, we waiting on that. But the only thing that we can do, man, is First Kings chapter 8, verse 47 through 53. Man, we need to turn back to the Father, repent, and do what we need to do to, you know what I'm saying, get up out of here in spirit and in truth. But I ain't got no further precepts to bring out.
Con, man. Mighty lesson through the spirit, man.
Con. Hey, well, look, with that being said, we want to say the water, Most High, you know, for allowing us to be on here for another Think About It Thursday. Salaki again for not coming on yesterday for Wisdom Wednesday, but we'll make sure that, you know, we stay on the ball with these videos. But we'll be back on tomorrow evening going into the Shabbat for Factual Friday. We'll have, you know what I'm saying, the brother Azrael with us again. If the brother Azrael is watching this, I want to give him a test, see if he watches this to the end, you know, but I got a question for him, right? I want him to answer this question that I'm going to ask him, but I'm not going to ask it right now. I just want to see if he's going to text me and say, what's the question that you had to ask me? Just putting it out there just to see if the brother watched the video in full. But Shalom, man. It's your brother Yeshaya.
Brother Dano.
Hey, from the Hopeful Elect. The water for those who are going to tune into this video, but want to give all praise, glory, and honor to the Most High God through the name of His only begotten. And we'll be back on tomorrow evening for a Factual Friday. Topic to be determined. Time will probably be 9 o'clock Eastern time as usual. But hopefully, the Most High willing, you were edified with this video in spirit and in truth. And as always, you can always contact us if you ever need to talk, questions, advice, comments, concerns, anything. But shalom.
Shalom.